Okay, about Google. Google used my search engine illegally with all kinds of false statements and illegal papers. First of all, this front page does not belong to Google's intellectual property based on difference. So in 92 I came to my own exploring with a search engine. I had two kinds of front page. I was substantially different to AOL. So this is my front page. Like this. This is clean look. Like this. And interesting name. That's what Google was playing with. Interesting name. Now another one. Bean. That's my front page, second version with the picture, photo. I do not allow Bing or Google to use that. Now looking at, you see interesting name. Okay, this is not for them to use. They use ex-wives' illegal papers and statements. They cannot use, they cannot develop, they cannot trade it. They should be substantially different to me if they wanna trade. Now this corner, this is my way for my search engine. I do not allow Google to use that. Email too. All this look is not for them to use. Suppose I type I don't know, anything like phone. You see the look? This look I do not allow Google to use. Name, linking. That's how my system is working. It is from 1992. Name, linking, short text. Name, linking, short text. Okay, so anything on top I do not allow them to use. That's not for them to use. Images, shopping, whatever. That's illegal use. Plus illegal network configuration use, because for that I had special custom network. My custom network is providers, certain hub, certain ways directing and stuff like this. And this browser is not Google's browser. They should be substantially different if they want to trade. They're using false statements and lies about what's okay and not okay. So if you look at phone, okay, this way, and then if you go to like Bean, you go Bean, all this I do not allow to use this way. That's my way of short text, linking and name. They can go AOL 91 way, but this one is not for them to trade and use. That's illegal use, false statements and all kinds of lies and illegal papers. Okay, this way, it's my way, I do not allow to use it. They should be substantially different too. Google the same. Anything on top like this, the same, cannot use, illegal use. Do not try to make statements for me. This belongs to the house. I came to that in the house. They use ex-wives, illegal papers and false statements, lies, and then everybody can do. No, I do not allow anybody can do. And the same, Bean. You probably can see sign in, everything, cannot use. Use, you can go to like AOL, you see AOL 1991. If they're okay, you can use that, but you cannot use my ways. Whatever they had, you can check. Otherwise, stop playing with it. That's not for Americans to use for free. I don't care what XY was telling you. All she was telling you is lies and fake papers, fake signatures, all kind of illegal stuff. And then everybody can do. No, I do not allow everybody can do. So if you don't like to pay, then it should not look like that. Now another one, Yandex. It's not internet search. This is my clean look with these icons and the name at some point. Cannot use. Substantially different. It should not be that page. Phone. The same. Name, short text. Linking. Name, short text. Then cannot use. Go somewhere else. Don't like to pay, go, and your network should not look like that, and anything should not look like that. Then you can talk about trading. Again, another one, Baidu. Yeah, this one. They made up look like everybody can use it. No, cannot. The same. Name, clean look. Cannot. Go back. Ask AOL. Be different to AOL and my way. I'm real tired of you. Bunch of suckers. Okay, name, short text, linking, cannot use. You should not have that. Be different. Now, go back to the Google. So, Google phone, suppose. Phone. Pictures cannot use. This pictures my cannot use. If you click like that, appear like this, cannot use. This cannot use, this cannot use. Should not be linking, should not be picture, should not be this one, should not be that search engine. Illegal use. Fraudulent papers, finance fraud, bank fraud, investors fraud. Google apps should not have apps. That's not your intellectual property. Cannot implement it. Should not have apps. Google, this one. That's for me would be to add. Maps cannot use. This my YouTube cannot use. Google, that's my search engine, cannot use. Mail, that mail design cannot use. Photos cannot use. Drive cannot use. Chat cannot use. They have like shopping cannot use. News, like you have here somewhere, news cannot use. It was for me to use. Don't try to use false statements and lies. It has somewhere like cloud cannot use. This was for me to add, not for Google to add. So stop playing with false papers and false statements and lies. Now, beside that, these pages like that on the bottom, those pages are located not on external computer, like suppose in a building, like before internet or before like web. Like normally you'll see pages. So those pages, they are formed and located not on computers in a building like before. If in internet case it is from one building going to another building, but there is additional wire, it can go through other way, but it's from building to building. In case of what do you call it? Web, they say from building to building. All this is not located in a building. Basically where they have the wire, I have computers. That's where it's located and pages located. I do not allow to call my setup as web or internet. That's illegal use. Every time they say all that is internet or web, it's not internet or web, it's illegal use of my setup, intellectual property, and my search engine or drive or whatever I had. So you need to stop lying to 8 billion people. So if you have this email design, mine, I do not allow them to use, and anyone. That's a false statement. Americans use that design because of false statements and lies. The same search engine. Everybody can do. I do not allow them to do. Stop lying. Any photos, you cannot have that. You should have substantially different network, and it should be located somewhere else. Maps, that's my maps. I do not allow to use my maps. That's not your maps. That's my maps from 92. So suppose that's not for you to use. All that making bigger, showing the road, showing 3D, that's not for you to implement and trade on Wall Street. That's not your brain. 3D, going from here to there. Let me see. Like going from one place to another. Going from one place to another. I've seen somewhere. That one is not for you to use too. Now, I don't allow you. Stop lying and stop telling you fraud based on illegal papers. I never was overseas. I never did allow. Stop lying, everybody. Including your YouTube. Another bunch of liars. YouTube came from Minnesota. I came to that in Minnesota. Not in Germany, not in Russia, not in Ukraine, not in anywhere else. In Minnesota. The real place of YouTube is here, Minnesota, 92. After that I was in US, and YouTube is using all kinds of illegal papers and probably signatures and statements. I do not allow them to use, even if Google got that. They got that with illegal use and false statements and fraud. Now they cannot trade with illegal use, be it search engine, be it cloud, be it drive. So basically Google used my search engine illegally, and I don't care what they want. I told you, for all my platforms I need my money. I don't care how you wanna make. I'm telling you again, for all that Google stuff, they had to have legal papers, not illegal, and all their business is based on illegal papers, and their IPO is based on illegal fraudulent statements, including my location. Now calendar, well, calendar is not big thing to me. I could have calendar. Maybe I even said about calendar, but basically all this at certain place. I have all my stuff. One of it should be App Store. Probably they have here App Store. So basically this is not Google's brain, not brilliant page brilliant, not for them to use, not for them to trade. That's illegal use of intellectual property. In 92 it didn't exist. I had to think hard, so they cannot use it. I'm telling you right now. For the whole 8 billion people, I do not allow to use Google, my search engine, including Bing. Bing is another way of Game Boys, because I had few variations for the front page. So they, one place they went to Google, another place they went to Bing, and implemented my ways. You don't need to implement anything. Like I said, all you need to do is look at, if you don't like to pay, you need to look at whatever they said and look at AOL 91, be substantially different, including network configuration, not just the search engine. So this Bing should not use, and all these ways should not be, if they don't like to pay, and they should have no providers, nothing. It should not work. They can put computers inside of Microsoft, but they cannot use this one. That is just another variation of my search engine, where front page is different, but after that it's pretty much the same. And Americans are using that because of illegal statements and lies and illegal papers and shit different. Now, if you look at this on pages, these pages, all these pages and everything is not located, like I said, inside of Microsoft building. And with normal internet or with normal web, it would go to other building. With this one, it doesn't go to other building. If you click like this, if you want to click on this, it doesn't go to any building. It goes to my system computers were normally with internet and web, it should be wires. In my case, it's going to computers. So Microsoft is using that illegally. That came from outside. If it came from outside, they had to have talent. They didn't. They had repeating people with different lies and false statements. So Bing and Google in illegal use, Yandex too. They're trying to multiply my search engine. It's not for them to multiply. They had to be disapproved, including network. They cannot use that network. If you don't like to pay, be substantially different, including the network. They should have no providers. So I don't care what they want. I'm telling you for my stuff. I'm not talking about what you want. I'm telling you about my platforms and my intellectual property. I don't care who wants what. It's not for them to use. My house was not for them to use, including Bill Gates, Bryn Page, and anyone else. My house is not for them to use. And they did. They did use. Why? Because I came to it in the house, and next year I got divorced, and my ex-wife was talking overseas, and they implement everywhere. Normally tenants should have lawyer and do paperwork, and they made in a way of lies and fraud look like okay to use without talent. So Microsoft, Bing would be one of them, illegal users. So if you have Bing, if you have like say Azure, I believe they call, I know the stupid name, some kind of probably given by crooked Olga's people. So Azure is if you look at any of those Azure, the starting date, they started after 92. If it's for Explorer, my Explorer, it's not after 92. So that's my setup for my system, where normally they should have wires, be it internet or web. I have storage, and I have smaller storage drive, and I have this kind of search engine with this kind of stuff, and I have mail and whatever. So that was illegal use. That does not belong to Tim Berners-Lee, all those ways. Linking, yes, but not the everything. So World Wide Web people cannot claim it's their design, it's their network configuration, it's their decision for YouTube platform, because before programming you need to decide. So I did decide, not them. So basically this is illegal use. Now another one is Yahoo. One of the first crooks, Yahoo and AOL. Now case of Yahoo, like I said before, I had first this clean look and second one like this, with some kind of latest news. So this is second version of my front page. I do not allow Yahoo to use that. Illegal use. And you see again, suppose phone. I do not allow use this one, not for you. And the same. Name linking, short text. Name linking, short text. The same. Cannot use. Cannot trade. Everybody looks similar and they can trade. How come? What stupid lawyers approve that? Especially they got it from the house. Americans don't ask enough questions. Where did you get it? Location of intellectual property. And they want to trade. So this one again, the same page is the same. It's not located on a wire all those computers with pages. It's located on computers where internet and web would have wires. That's why you have all this on the top, videos, pictures, whatever, and it's going the same place like pages where normally internet and web had wires. Okay, so I had a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff for search engine, and all those people are very disturbing, using all my stuff, fooling every person on this planet. They're fooling 8 billion people, all those stupid companies. They never verify, they approved all kind of illegal use, somebody did allow them, all kind of lies. All kinds of lies. They're using all kinds of lies, I'm telling you. So I can show you where legal paperwork had to be done. Okay, I can show you where legal paperwork for all those companies I mentioned, including AOL. Okay, let me show you AOL quickly. AOL. Okay, no, I don't need. Before 91 they had one and then they changed. What's AOL today? They don't have anymore. AOL. Okay, this again, this is my second version like Yahoo. Small news. Not clean look. In a way you arrange, but you can arrange if you don't have my network configuration. Arrange, put inside of your building and arrange anything you want, but it should not work with mine. If you don't like to pay, this is not your AOL 91 way. And if I type phone, what do I get? The same. Take a look. They're copycats. They're all copycats based on fraudulent statements and illegal papers. This I don't allow to use. These two. Go back to your AOL 91 way, and this one, name, linking, and short text, I don't allow to use. Use your ways. And these pages again, they go to a place where normally should be wires or cables. If it's internet or web, this goes to completely different location. It's going between. This is more like a client server, but I have my custom way. It's not client server. Kind of like client server, but it's not. So anyway, this one, illegal use. This is not belonging to 91. As soon as they started to have this and that particular network, I mean provider, this, that, and this, that, directing different names, like countries' names, Japan, Spain. That's not their network. It's not for them. That was used because of false statements and illegal papers. Now I can tell you where you could get legal papers, starting from the place 3114 West. That's where I live. That's why actually that's a place for legal purposes. That's a place of intellectual property where I came to search engines, YouTube, Netflix, those platforms, many other things, for chat, for social network, for everything. There are pictures even here, pictures. Okay, I don't know, this is kind of strange, but this house, that was church, that's a house, that church, that land belonging to the church and house was belonging to the church. And then I came to that. I didn't work for some time I was thinking, so I came to that in that house. That's a location for legal purposes. That's my statement and location for many of my things, including the whole exploring. In 92 nobody could go and explore anything. In New York, 91, AOL had something, but I did not see in Minneapolis, so I came to my own exploring and platforms different to their platforms or platform. So this would be a place, that house. So whatever you see here, whatever you see, this Minneapolis. This is Edina. I was sometimes going to Edina. Edina is considered as quite expensive area. So like this one, you see Edina. So from here I go like this way, and in fact, if you look at some of Olga's letters, she might have, she might don't, or some mail I was sending from here, they have Edina post office. So anyway, I go to this Edina post office. For me it was the closest one. And later I was working at so it was in 92. I came to it in 92. I was working here somewhere. If you drive like this, it was J.C. Penney. It's kind of mall, kind of shopping mall. It was J.C. Penney. So it was 92. In 93 I moved here. So let's see, it's called it's a hard drive company. It's called Seagate. Seagate Technology. I think this one, Bloomington. So I was working at Seagate Technologies. So basically in 93, so I was here close to lake, right? And I got job here, and Olga too. Investigators can find by Social Security, they can find we were working there, and we started to live in Bloomington. This is Bloomington, somewhere in Bloomington. Basically we left that house and here. That's where we got divorced in 93. Me continue to work at Seagate, and Olga left. She took airplane. From what I remember, it was from Minneapolis to Chicago, and then going to Moscow, and then I guess she go to Ukraine. So, but she knew German, so she could go Germany like shortly to Germany. I don't know. All here, she left in 93, so it was summer 93 she left. Anyway, me, if you look at my records, me is staying, keep working here way longer than Olga. She left, but I did work. And then during that I changed address from here to there because we got divorced. I don't want to live there. I found a room with American guy. I was living with American guy. He was shooting news with video camera, Sony video camera. He was working for some kind of private cable TV channel, and I was working at Seagate and going home. But that's different. So then this would divorce, but I'm divorced. I live here somewhere, and I keep driving this way. Now that's a 93. That's where you had to go for the paperwork. If I don't like to drive far away, somewhere around Bloomington, maximum Minneapolis. I don't want to drive too much. I had 10-hour shifts. So I had 10-hour shifts and 3 days a week. So on my day off, if I wanna drive somewhere, they have big computer company and they had law offices on France Avenue or somewhere around. So 94, partly I lived in Minneapolis. So that would be for let's say AOL 93 when they started to change to mine. 93, Yahoo 94. So I live here 93 and some part of 94 up to summer. That's where they had to go for paperwork. Olga left and they were making all kind of papers and statements, but I'm here. For legal papers you need to come to me, not listen and all their stories. And we were divorced. If your statements are saying she's wife, that's fraud. There is 93 divorce certificate you can get at divorce court here in Minneapolis. So then after, like in 94, I decided with other lady, I decided to go here, Phoenix, but not Phoenix exactly. It's east of Phoenix. It's called Mesa. This one. I was in Mesa. You can find records. We had a lease and we had. I had for a short time bank account at some bank here. I don't remember. Look like gray color. Northwest or whatever name. So, and then after a while, we didn't like it's too hot. So we go and kick back here in 94, Daytona Beach. So we're in Florida. And let it come back. It was like her parents. We were in her parents' house. And it was like, New Year. And then for some reason we decided to go here, Atlanta. So that's where legal paperwork could be. Not overseas here. I keep talking here because you can find my records or your car insurance. And then after some time we split basically. She go here and then I stayed, saved some money. I think I didn't know what to do, so I decided to go to California. Then because of immigration, blah blah blah, after some time I was here again. I got the green card 97, got ready, go back. And this time I'm on my own. So I'm on my own in Santa Barbara here. From 97, 98, 99 Santa Barbara. So basically after that I did not travel much back and forth anywhere. So Santa Barbara, so 97, 98, 99, Google, anyone had to go there. If I don't like to drive, if I like something close, here, Santa Barbara. Or I could drive, I did drive here somewhere. West Los Angeles, Hollywood, Thousand Oaks, Ventura. But from here I did not really drive too far, up to Hollywood. And a little bit south of Hollywood. So, because I've seen Hollywood letters way up there. I would say Hollywood or whatever. Beverly Hills or... So basically I've seen letters here, but I am kind of distant. Maybe Beverly Hills, maybe this one. Anyway, it's only sometimes but mostly I was here at Santa Barbara. I was in Carpinteria, here Carpinteria, sometimes Montecito, Goleta. So that's my range. Goleta and up to Carpinteria. If I need to buy TV, I go to Oxnard because they had Best Buy and this is no Best Buy. So I keep talking about where legal papers had to be done. So that would be 97, 98, 99. Then around 2000 somewhere, I moved here. I actually wanted to buy a house, but I canceled. So I come here. Orange. This is Santa Ana. Should be Orange. Here, Orange. So I live in Orange. But I didn't really like it. So I moved to Garden Grove. So like those Twitter or Facebook or whatever companies like that around 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, that's the place where you should go for legal papers. If search engines appear, they should come here too. I never did allow anyone to use. They use all kind of licensed dirty papers. That's where I am. I'm not somewhere else. You can use FBI or private investigators to see. That's my place, Garden Grove. And then after that, 2006, I go to Hawaii. But after 2006, well, for YouTube, I was there too. At that Garden Grove, that's where YouTube had to go. Oh, I'm not sure about Netflix. Sometimes Netflix appear earlier, but then they say something about 2007 streaming. Well, I can tell. In 2005, I was there in Garden Grove, and then I believe 2006 I left. So in 2007, 2006, 2007, at some point I'm here, but 2007, if you talk about 2007, I was in Honolulu. You can check records for Honolulu. 2007, I should have records for. I lived here, Moilili somewhere. Moilili, you see, University of Hawaii. So I was on that side. It was like Japanese culture center, this one. So I lived here around Japanese culture center, and if I go, there is a coffee shop here, and I see sometimes students always traveling or stopping by or shopping. There is a shopping center for food here. So I live here. 2007, my location should be for legal approvals if you wanna go somewhere here. Well, I live there, but if I wanna for legal papers, usually Honolulu they go to downtown. They have in downtown a lot of legal papers. This is more like for tourists, for hotels, bars, coffee shops, but for business, you can find a lot of them here. Ala Moana, starting from Ala Moana, going this way to that. Not really. I would say some places people don't like. Kahula, I think. So going this, but not too far. Museum is okay. Ward Street is okay. but if you go too much here, it's a kind of cheap area. So if I would do paperwork, I would do paperwork here, or from Ala Moana. Suppose Ala Moana is Ala Moana. Ala Moana is mall, big mall. Starting from Ala Moana, going up to, suppose, state capital. I don't like to go too much. Like Dillingham, that's already it could be sketchy area. It's a cheaper area, and it's not I would say elite kind of. Leliha, all that is a cheaper area. Oh, this one, Kalihi. That Kalihi is. It's not for big lawyers to be in, I would say, my opinion. So I've seen here a lot of lawyers. This looks kind of like a tiny New York, I guess. The lawyers, big buildings. Now, that would be, so I live here, and then I move more close to Diamond Head, and up to, like, let's say 2013. You should be here. Then I went to, for 1 year, I went to Kauai, and I came back, and from that point, again, the same island. That's where I would go to, downtown of Honolulu. So anybody saying stories about me, their papers, that's not my papers. And then after that, I think to 2017, from 2017 I basically, shortly I was in Florida, and then I came back to Orange County. I was in Orange County, straight to Orange County. I drove actually, so I'm in Orange County. That's all I can say. And if you want to make legal, if you would like to stop fooling about what's okay, not okay, I never did allow to use my search engines, my platforms, my custom network configuration, nothing. It was all made up, because in Minnesota I stayed, but X5 left, and they making all kinds of papers and all kind of stupid things, and big flood. Look like I did allow. I did not allow, and they keep talking everywhere, around the whole world. I'm still, like I said, I was here, there, or Hawaii. I'm in California, or Hawaii, or back to California, or Santa Barbara, California, or I was in Bay Area too. But all those people are unknown to me, because XY was talking. I don't know who she talked to, and all the spring up. It's all kind of bogus. And Washington DC is believing in all those papers, where I have to make papers. Nobody should make papers for me, for any search engine, for anything, for providers, for anything. That's all I can say. But I can go into more details if there is like long talk, but I don't want to record for 3 hours. Have a good time, bye.